All right.
Happy Easter, everybody.
We
Happy.
are live back again for another show. Got no guest today because, well, today is Easter and I didn't want to obligate anybody into being on our show and they got other stuff to do. So,
Everybody's having eggs right now.
yep, yep,
The word
yep.
syndicate that then, I guess, right?
Hopefully, everybody's out there doing their Easter egg hunts with masks on and
Huh.
keeping 6 feet away. So,
Now
still
we can
doing
just
their
hang
little
out.
family thing.
We can just slouch and talk.
Yeah, yeah, we're just gonna freestyle it today, I mean,
Huh.
yeah, a lot of good stuff has come out this week, man. I know LA Swamp Ape has put out some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually going through his video that he put out today, man. I found some pretty cool timestamps. So
Huh.
he was he got back to me and he's like, everyone else is finding the exact same thing. So there's got to be something there, and it's all in the direction of some knocks he heard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's Ken King, Rachel King.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
About
Thank you
time.
guys for joining.
Aren't you guys out there supposed to be out there looking for eggs right now? Squatching eggs? Squatch eggs?
You know what? I was texting Ken this morning, and I kind of had a thought. It would have been freaking hilarious if they went out and got a bunch of those plastic Easter eggs that
Uh,
split in half
yeah.
and put like a piece of candy in each one and
Uh,
hit them around the area for Junior to find.
yeah, that'd be cool. That
You
would be
know,
cool.
I mean that would have been funny. He could have his own little Easter egg hunt. That'd be hilarious.
Yep. Hey, Mike. How are you?
Glad you can make it, Mike.
Oh, making me cry. I'm drying my eye.
Okay, well, apparently Ken King wants to be called Squatch Guru from now on.
Yeah,
I, I
not a
I
problem.
don't know. I don't know if we can. I mean, honor that just yet. I mean, until he sits there and takes a selfie with Junior, I think
Yeah. Then
we'll reserve
maybe.
that name for him. But he's gonna he's gonna need to step it up a little bit before he earns that title.
There's John Rodriguez.
Yeah, yeah. So we just freestyling today, so we're just gonna pay attention to the chat.
Hanging out. Maybe tell a couple stories.
Rachel says she won't do it until they get that selfie.
What in the
So
world? Hey, that might be a little long wait.
yeah. Well, you never know. I don't know. They've made some
I know Junior's
significant.
getting pretty familiarized with them.
Yeah, it may happen sooner than we think. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I hope
What's that?
everyone out there is having a good Easter and
Yeah.
staying safe and staying out of trouble.
She already called
Oh,
names. Good
yeah.
night.
Yeah, those two are they're quite the couple.
Uh,
But quite the couple in the fact that they complement each other. They
yeah,
balance each other out. It's
yeah.
great
One name
chemistry. So
for another name.
yeah. So yeah. Um yeah, a lot of good stuff out this week, man.
Yeah,
Um Bama Bigfoot put out some videos. Uh Found some odd stuff out there. I mean, I don't even know.
I couldn't believe that one. I think it's that bone that was thrown. That
Oh yeah,
person
LA
was,
Swamp Ape.
yeah, was feeding that dog. That was trippy
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he was just staring at the fence, and then all of a sudden you hear clink clink, and then the dog's down there chewing on it. It's like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
I'd like to know what kind of bone it was, or if it was an actual dog bone that you buy from the store. You know what I mean? So
Well, it was cut, so he
it
got it
did.
from
It did
somewhere.
look cut.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah,
got it from somewhere. Maybe from somebody's trash can.
or
Maybe.
maybe somebody else's backyard with a dog.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, stole it from the other dog, maybe next door.
So
Dog's all, hey. We just went out.
Yeah.
Me and Oscar just went out for a little ride, and there's a little area that we go in sometimes because it's closed in all the way back behind all these homes. And Oscar is down there smelling something. So I looked down at it and it had canine teeth. And I'm like, what the heck is that? So I kind of pushed it up with my foot, and it was the front part, the top jaw, whatever that is, and the two canine teeth, and then part of the thing right here of a cat. Like
Interesting.
ate a whole cat, but left that part.
Like house cat.
Coyote? Yeah. Yeah, it was either a
Probably.
coyote ate it or a possum probably ate it.
You know what? Unless the cat died, I don't think a possum would even mess with a cat.
I don't know. They could fake dead, and then when the cat's up there going sniffing, it's like, blow, snatch them up. Because they do eat cats, but they eat half the cat. Usually they leave the front half alone, but, something else could have came along and took that part.
Hello, Cryptid559. Glad you can make it.
Hey.
Sharon Guy. Glad you could make it. We're just kind of freestyling the chat today. Got no guest because it's Easter.
Unless one of you guys want to come on and talk.
I
can put the code right in here so you guys can see it.
Yeah.
And come on if you want.
It's always an option, Except for Cryptid, I think he's scheduled for next week.
Yeah, you're banned right now, Cryptid.
Right. And anyone else is more than welcome.
You're banned until next week. Well, there's the code right there if you guys want to come in.
So,
see it?
Yep. It's open chat. You can chat about your thoughts, theories, experiences. Please, nothing political.
Yeah, nothing political, nothing religious. Can't do that right here. People get offended. I don't know why. Amen. Whoops.
No. Looks like Ken King had a weird discovery of a wild turkey carcass out at the goat farm location this week.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's got that on video. It might be coming out soon. So, he's got that camera glued to his face the entire time. As soon as he walks out the front door.
I know he can't go anywhere without it. I like that. I like that sluice box he has. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had to do some dry panning. When I rode my bike through Nevada, it took me 3 months to ride my bike through there. And I had a little Garrett, 12-inch Garrett, and then I had I think it was a 1/4-inch classifier too. And then I went through Nevada and I did all the something, like I don't know, about probably 20 culverts. And you figure out what direction the water's running, and you can dig out 3 feet of dirt, and sometimes there's a lot of dirt in there, but it's years and years of water running through that, and it's all a natural sluice box because they're, And I dug out at least 1 foot to 1.5 feet right before the pipe, and then in the pipe, But you get a lot of good gold in there, but I had to always dry pan it because I didn't have water. The water I had, I wanted to use it to drink, because I'm out in the desert, And and you find little gas station and whatever, here and there, but they're miles apart, And you're on a bicycle with a dog, And it took me a long time, but it was fun.
Yeah, what I do is I just take those gallon-size Ziploc bags.
It was for president.
And I'll fill up those gallon-size Ziploc bags with the area, the dirt and stuff I'm interested in. I'll come home and I'll pan it out,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt Niven, glad you can make it. Parkway, glad you can make it.
Matt says I can be
president. Good day, mate. Yep. Good old Matt Niven.
G-Day.
Good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad all the fires over there are out and under control, so hopefully we don't get no other crazies over there trying to burn down Australia.
Yeah, don't burn that down.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys like my bunny? Well, it's not
Yeah, Lewis has got the nice festive Easter Bigfoot Research Evidence Podcast banner up there. A little bunny and some Easter eggs. Oh,
Yep. All right, let's talk about your incident that happened up there over in Idaho, right?
which one?
The one you were talking about before earlier today when me and you talked. You don't remember?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't remember. So many things have happened. There's so many things have happened up there, man. I mean,
the first thing.
Okay. So you're talking about the dog.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the tapping on the window.
Yep.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We were sleeping. Actually, that night, I mean, I sit underneath the deck and I just listen because we got hills on both sides. And it's kind of funny and stuff because I had actually put my game camera out on the left hill with apples and some gifts. And I hear all the walking back and forth and the branch breaking and noises on the right side. And I'm like, well, doesn't that just figure? They saw me put the camera out. Now they're over on the other hill. And 4 o'clock in the morning, dead asleep, and I hear donk, 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 donk on the window. I mean, the first time it tapped, it was so loud. I mean, it woke me up out of a dead sleep. And then I heard the donk, donk, donk after that on the window. And the room we sleep in doesn't have any window coverings. It has no blinds. It has no curtains. And it's just a free for all peep show. And I had gotten up that morning, and by the time I got my glasses and got to my phone, which is 20 feet on the other side of the room, charging, 5 minutes had already passed, and whatever was there is long gone. So I just came back inside and went back to bed. I think I woke up at like 7:30 that morning, and he's kind of up in the hills a little bit, so 7:30 is still kind of dark. And I went out there and stuff, and standing on the little porch area outside the door, and I looked to my left on the window, and I just see this big hand streak, these finger streaks going down the window. And I'm like, well, I guess I wasn't dreaming the window tapping last night. And just kind of went about my day. I think my father-in-law's ankle was hurting him, so we had to take him to the doctor, get it checked out. And didn't really get to the finger streaks, but I didn't touch them. Just left him. But that night we were getting ready to go to bed, and our dog Monkey never slept in bed with me and my wife a single day in his life. Never. Always sleeps in his own bed. He insisted in sleeping right in between me and my wife under the covers the entire time we were there for the rest of the time. And after we left and got back down to the hotel in Klamath Falls, Oregon, he was right back in his bed. So he saw whatever it was tapping on the window for sure. I know he did.
Oh yeah.
I know he did. I mean, just the way he reacted, it was like, yeah, dude, no, I'm sleeping between you tonight. So I don't care what you say. And he did. He slept right between us every night until we left.
Sounds like what's going to happen if me, you, and Bronzini goes. So I'm going to be sleeping between you two if that happens.
Hey,
Be ready.
you know,
Hey.
You know, I mean, as long as you don't scream like a girl or wet the bed, we'll be all right. You know, when they come and push their hand on the tent and we see that perfect outline of a giant hand.
Oh, dear.
I'll go freaking out.
I just hope Matt doesn't run out of toilet paper because this bunny's going to get a brown streak all over it. Oh, man.
Well, I mean, Matt's got plenty of big leaves out there he can use.
There's some spoiled milk out there.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to come on here besides Cryptid 559?
Ken says that's a bad visual. I could just see Matt using a bunny as TP. That would be.
Chris can't come on here either. Sorry, Chris. But you may be one of our guests soon, I think, right? Hopefully.
I'm hoping so. I mean,
hoping so, yeah.
I'm glad he can make it to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time. You want to come on here or something?
Hey,
Parkway.
If it's time, let's do it. You know. So, yeah. And, you know, I mean, I've been hearing a lot of talk about this COVID-19 and Bigfoot. You know what I mean? And I hear a lot of just mixed. I'm going to call them theories because they are just theories.
Theories, yeah.
You know, some people are saying, oh, no, they can't get it. Their biology is way different than ours. And yes, they can get it because they are so similar to us. You know what? I mean, the bottom line is, if you're a Bigfoot researcher, just don't go out there right now if you think you've got it. Because the fact of the matter is we don't know.
Nobody knows.
We just don't know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We've got a book this thick of questions, and maybe 4 or 5 of those questions might have a possible answer written next to it with another question mark. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is we don't know. You know, I mean, I haven't been up in my area. Mainly because it's shut down, but also because, I mean, I would feel horrible if I went out there and they are able to get this virus and I ended up killing them. I mean, that's the whole point of me going out there is them. So if they're not there to go out there for, what do I have to go out there for? Yeah. You know, so.
Well, a Bengal tiger got it, I heard.
Really? Yeah. I did. A few dogs in China were tested and they came up positive too. So
it came from an animal, so I mean the animals can get it. So
supposedly it came from a bat.
Yeah, a bat to some kind of other. I think it was anteater or something. I don't remember what it is, but then it goes on the hairs of that, and then somebody else got it. Some people got it after that. Right. So we'll still don't know. I'm sure they can get it.
Oh, you know, I
don't know.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, I mean, we're not Jane Goodall. We don't have the option of sitting on a hillside with them, studying them. You know what I mean?
No, we don't have that.
So we don't have that just yet. And I think when we do get that, it'll be answering a lot of questions.
Yep.
But until then, just again, social distance from your humans and social distance from your local neighborhood forest beings.
Your local Bigfoot.
So let's just all be safer about it. And yeah, your local woods residents.
Yep.
So.
Well, when you know what got me started in this is
Yeah, see, Matt.
What? Oh, bass.
Yeah.
Original carry. Oh, yeah.
No.
Damn, I think he froze up, guys. Don't leave me. We've been through so much. Don't leave me now.
Yep. Again, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this out so we can get a lot more people in this chat.
Yeah, it's going slow. What the heck?
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, there's just a lot of internet traffic right now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there posting. People are posting every day, and we're just doing it once a week. So, but you know,
right.
You get a lot more view time when you go live, anyway. You know. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Well, I guess Chris Marola is a little guilty of not practicing.
Well, he's out there by himself in the woods anyway. How's he going to get?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know, he is a Bigfoot, just shaved.
Yeah, you know.
He's just hairless Bigfoot. He's out there by himself out there.
Yeah, he's the rare hairless Bigfoot out there by himself. So, in a way, he is kind of practicing it. You know what I mean? It's not like he's running up to the big hairy ones hugging him.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, I think he's good, you know? So
he's in their arm for a...
Yeah. So, if anybody has any comments or questions, just go ahead and type it in the chat. We're just kind of freestyling today.
What got me started in mine is when I was the first thing that's happened to me was I don't know, I think it was late 2014 is when my first thing happened to me. But for the first 4 years, I was running all over the county, just all up in like Palomar Mountain, you know, Julian, you know, places like that, looking everywhere, random spots. And then I went to the big BFRO website. I wanted to see if there was anything in my area that Bigfoots might be, because I couldn't imagine anything being around anywhere around here, but I was always hopeful. And then I looked on there and found out that there was a sighting at the La Jolla Indian Reservation. Some guy saw one and on the reservation. And then that's when I looked on the Google Earth, and I was looking at the map, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go to that campground because I don't want to pay to go Bigfooting every time I want to go Bigfooting. And I was wanting to go a lot. So I just looked on the map, and I seen the river went all the way up toward the Lake Henshaw, and then it crossed the 76 and went through the forest. And then I noticed that there was when you zoom down far, you can see a service road that cuts off a corner of it. And I thought, that's perfect, you know. And there's a creek that runs right in there with it. So it's got cover and water. And there's easy access. It goes from the mountain down, across the service road, right to the water. I don't have to cross that main highway. And that's where I went. But what I did is I crossed the bridge, and then I stayed on the right side and went down underneath the bridge right next to it. Underneath the bridge has got like a lot of rat poop and stuff, and I wasn't going to sleep under that. So I stayed over on the side, and nobody could see me from the bridge because it kind of goes downward. And I pitched my it's just tarps that I used, you know, and I put 4 sticks and I put a tarp around, and I made it like a box. And then I had an opening where I built my fire right there by the opening. And then I put a fishing line all the way around my area, and with a can with rocks in it. So anything comes around, it would make a noise. And then the whole 3 days that I was there, I was dropped off there. So I was going down to the water and coming back a lot. My dog wanted to go swimming, so she went down swimming. Not this dog. I had a different dog. And I never felt anything was there. Didn't feel any kind of vibes or anything. And I thought it was just a waste of time. So I went up to the road. I took all my stuff up there, and I hid everything behind a rock because there was a big row of rocks, and so I hid everything there. And then my ride was late, so I walked across the street, and I was standing next to the bridge, and I could see down the road, and then in front of me is a tree, but it's kind of obstructing my view a little. But I could see the creek, and I could see another tree up there just a little bit. And the whatever was there, I'm thinking it was a Bigfoot because it was crazy. And whatever was there saw my legs and my dog, and it startled it. It ran into this tree. It broke the tree, and it was so loud. I thought a car flew off and hit the tree because the snap was so loud. And I ran across that street, and then I wasn't there very long. I stood there for a couple of minutes just trying to figure out what the heck happened. And then I just crossed that bridge and I walked a while to get to one of those yellow phones on the side of the road because I had my no signal on my phone. And I called, so I was going to call for my ride, but my ride came right around the corner, right when I reached there. So I was like, okay, well, I got enough courage, to come back the next week. And then actually John Rodriguez is on here now. And I told him I have a place to go camping, but I never told him what we're going there for. And he doesn't know.
Yeah, he probably would have ended up just like a lot of the people that have asked to go out with me until the last second, then they skip out.
Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't believe in Bigfoot. He didn't know anything about Bigfoot then, but he knows now. But then I told him, well, let's go camping. I got a spot we can go to. He's like, all right, let's go. He's always down for doing stuff like that. And so we went down there, and then we went down and down this little ravine. And the first night we were just hitting. We got there in the morning, and we were hitting branches against the rocks and trying to break them and making a lot of racket. We made fire early, and smoke was coming up, and finally it started getting dark. It was cold. It was December. We did it on my birthday. So it was December. It was cold, moist, wet, and I got me a couple ticks on me. Suckers made me hurt. Whew. But anyhow, by the time we got dark, we already had some wood set up, and first thing he says, he goes, Lewis, I hear some talking, but we have a waterfall running the whole time, and I have my ears are kind of jacked up, and he's telling me that he hears talking, and I'm asking him what did it sound like, and he sounds like just gibber. He goes, I can't understand what they're saying, but I hear it. And then I have a video of that. I think I might have put it up one time. I don't know. And I still have that video from back then. and then it stopped, and then we didn't go to sleep. And then, by then it was like 9:00 when it happened. And then the fire went out and everything by 11:00. We got up, put our headlamps on. It was freezing. So we both got up and started getting wood and starting it up again. When we did, I was on my knee facing John. And then John was facing me, and the waterfall's behind John and the hill's behind me. And to my left is a big rock. And John says, he goes, now I hear walking. I'm like, well, what kind of walking? Like person or a deer? He's like, sound like 2 feet. And then so I'm popping my finger with my mouth, and I did it like 8 times. And finally, I can hear it walking out from behind there. And I'm like, damn, that is 2 feet, And it's walking. It took like 6 steps from that rock to the creek. And you got to realize it's decades of trees falling and leaf litter covering it, trees and bushes, branches falling, and leaves covering it. So it was amazing how that got there like that. And it took me over 15 steps, and I'm falling down because it's so uneven. But it was walking like it was on pavement, and it walked through the water, knocked on the tree, and then walked across the creek again and stood on the other side. And I hugged John from behind because by now he's following the noise and he's turning on the bucket, swiveling himself, following the sound. So I'm reaching around and I grab him, I'm like, dang, this only happens on TV. This doesn't happen to me. This is unreal. And he's like, looked back at me like, man, you ain't gonna sucker me. You ain't fooling me. I know you got somebody out here tricking me. I'm like, what the heck? He didn't say that, but he just looked at me like that and went to sleep. I'm like, what the heck? You went to bed? There's a monster out here. He went to bed. And I'm thinking, I am not going out here by myself. So I jump in there, go to bed too, So I go to bed, and then it seemed like when we got up, we didn't talk about it, And John's hears, I did not hear all that stuff that John's talking about, but he hears better than mine. So he's talking about something running on the service road behind me, but I couldn't hear that. And so I'm like, and we never even talked about it, and it was weird. And then when we got to the house, I talked to him, and I go, what happened out there? Why'd you go to sleep? He goes, I thought you were tricking me. I'm like, oh no, that wasn't no trick. Nobody in their right mind would be out there without a flashlight, walking through freezing water, up to their, waist, and then never come out and go, gotcha. You know what I mean? And we didn't hear cars leaving. Nobody came up, because you would know if they came up, because the road, you couldn't walk on that road without hearing gravel underneath your feet, or leaves, there's no way to get out there like that. And then it was crazy. So now he believes it now. He gets it now. So, but after the years, we went back again after that. But he didn't leave camp. He stayed in camp. He didn't venture off. But that was it after that. So
yeah. A lot of times and stuff. One thing I noticed about my last trip to northern Idaho is I used to carry my bow out in the woods with me every time.
Yeah.
This was the first year I didn't.
Yeah.
And this is the year I had the whistling contest. I had the tapping on the window. I had, pacing back and forth. I mean, you can clearly hear 2 feet.
Oh yeah.
Back and forth on one hillside. I mean, I had put my camera out on the left hillside, noticed all the excitement over on the right hillside. So the next day I put my camera out on the right hillside and they moved to the left hillside. And we did that for a week. Wow. And I never got nothing. I mean, obviously they watching me doing this,
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing I noticed is that best thing to do is just be yourself and just do what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing when I had the whistling contest.
Yeah.
I was out in the barn working on the dump truck with a grinder, making all kinds of noise and hammering and all kinds of stuff. And I was, putting in some of those LED lights on the front bumper. And I got the holes cut out, and I'm just, marking the holes for the bolts. And I hear a whistle. Never heard that before out here. It didn't sound like a deer. It didn't sound like an elk. I've never heard, definitely not a turkey.
Yeah.
So I went back to my business, and I heard it again. And again. And this went on for probably 5 or 6 minutes before I decided to get up, take out my phone, and get the recorder going, because 9 times out of 10 something happens, it's over before you even realize, get my phone out and get it going.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the kind of situation I thought it was going to be. But
yeah,
fortunately I was able to get my phone out, and I never stepped outside the barn. I went up to the edge of the barn door and stuck my phone around the corner and whistled, and it whistled back. I whistled again, and it whistled back. So luckily, I think I was only able to get about 2.5 minutes of that interaction. But the following day, that next morning, is when the tapping on the window occurred. So, and then also I was helping the landscaper who was building a garden for my mother-in-law, fill the raised beds with all this organic soil that she insisted on having, and we hear this loud crack up on the hillside on the right. Now, mind you, my camera's on the left hillside at this point because we went back and forth. My camera's on the left, so I hear this big crack, and the landscaper looked at me. I mean, literally jerked his head. Did you hear that? I said, yeah. What did it sound like? He's all, it sounded like someone hit a baseball bat as hard as they could against a tree.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me, too.
Yeah.
So he starts looking up on that hillside, and I see him squatting down, and he starts pointing. He's all, there's something big sitting right in between those trees up there at the top of the hill. And I just looked at him. I went, hey, you probably have a watcher. And he gave me this weird look like, watcher? Like he kind of knew what I was talking about, but he didn't want to come right out and say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, I've right after that whole conversation, I actually did take he went back on the tractor, and I did take my phone out and did a little video about that. But for a good hour after that, he brought this up to me too. For about an hour after that, out of the corner of our eye, we would just see black streaks flying through the tree line, all over. And he's like, you know what? He came up to me and stuff, left the tractor running, and he's all, is it just me, or are you seeing out of the corner of your eye black streaks in the tree line? And I'm all, I see them. And that was when I really got to experience and how fast they really are.
They are fast, yeah.
And they were absolutely silent. You know, I mean, they're going through this. I mean, so fast.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible, but you know, I mean, they're welcome at my father-in-law's property. They pretty much leave my father-in-law and my mother-in-law alone. But then again, they may not, because they don't know what to look for or what to pay attention to at the same time. So, I mean, they could be watching them the whole time, and my father-in-law and everybody, you know, would never even notice. So, but my brother-in-law were having a big bonfire one night. I think we were out there drinking until probably 3:30 in the morning, just me and him. I mean, we're talking a 20-foot tall pile of stuff that we lit on fire. So it was a big bonfire. Yeah. That thing actually burned for 3.5 days. That's how big it was.
Good grief.
But we were sitting there. I think I was sitting on a log that I had cut. He was sitting on the cooler, and we just hear just something very, very big breaking through a bunch of brush. I mean, like King Kong, Donkey Kong breaking through brush. And he's like, what was that? And I look at him, I'm going, really? You know damn well what that was. He's all, are you serious? And I'm all, yeah. No, it's right over there in that corner. And I'm like, they ain't gonna come any further. They're just checking us out. They just watch, you know. The next day around the fire pit, I found footprints. So after we left and went to bed, turned off all the lights, they were probably sitting around the fire, getting warm. So
You ever heard of Barb and Gabby? Well, Gabby died.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Gabby died almost a year ago.
But,
No,
before she started doing the group thing, tell us all your evidence, before that, years ago, she used to do go out with her camera. Everybody used to go out and do their thing and then show their gifting and all this stuff. But she was talking about the baby ones up in the trees and bounce from one tree to another, and then on the roof and then roll off and gone like that. And she would even talk about the people, they would show like during the nights when they're all hanging out, playing music and doing their thing outside. But they don't show that no more. I recommend her to bring that back, but she ain't bringing it back. but
yeah. Yeah.
but they were talking about seeing little black shadows, and they would take off. Boom, they're everywhere. The babies are just freaking everywhere, so fast like that, And then when you're talking about that, seeing things up in the trees going zoom zoom, that's the first thing I thought of when you're talking about that. So.
Well, I mean, look at the mountain gorillas. Even the babies are up in the trees, and they do the same thing, except they go from one tree to the other, bounce around, and they jump on the ground and do like this roll thing, and then they just take off, and they're gone. I mean,
Yeah,
almost identical. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been following the Barb and Gabby channel for a very long time. That was one of the first ones I subscribed to. And way back in 2014, and now she has Goldie.
Goldie.
Yeah. So it's Barb and Goldie. I think she just calls it the B&G.
Yeah, I know she got a new dog during the time that Gabby was still alive with another lab, right? And now she has a new one too, right?
No, she got Goldie. So it's kind of actually not funny, but it's actually remarkable. She buried Gabby on her property.
Yeah.
And they had like this whole wake and service and stuff for her. And everybody came out and brought flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the next day, there was a bunch of stuff around Gabby's burial spot that no one put there.
Whoa. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, well, I mean, Gabby never bothered them. Gabby never bothered the ones in her area. And I think the Bigfoot had a respect for Gabby, and Gabby had a respect for them.
Yeah. Yep.
Interweb is having troubles keeping up with all the people on it.
Did I hear something? Got cutting out again. What in the world? What? Oh man.
That's right. What people insist on.
It's either I gotta stretch this shirt out or I need to lose weight. Okay? That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, I could chime in on that and just say maybe it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, maybe. Carrying this watermelon around. Oh, nobody wants to come on, huh? Come on, Matt.
I guess
come on
not.
here.
Okay.
Talk about some, what do you call those around his house? What does he have over there? Where does he have in Australia? Or where's he at?
He's in Australia. He has
Yowies?
Yowies.
Yeah.
And I hear they're a little bit smaller version of what we have here.
Yeah.
They're a little more of the athletic type.
Ah.
So
No.
Yeah, it's cool. I follow. There's a bushcraft
Hey, Lee.
channel in Australia that I watch,
She's back.
and
My hair's all messed up.
he has gone from bushcraft to yowie hunting because of some of the experiences he's had out there. So
Yeah. I think the most nerve-wracking one I had is when I was out there by myself with my other dog. Oh, actually, it was with Oscar. This one. When the one ran past, and then the other one threw something. I think that was only because I know it's the big male. He makes me nervous. I think that's the most nerve-wracking one I had.
I would think the most nerve-wracking one is when you strobe lighted that one and threw a log at you.
That's the one, yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the
It was
one.
the big male, yeah. That was scary.
Yeah.
That's why it was going to rain the next day, but that's part of the reason why I wanted to leave anyway. So, yeah. But it was,
for me, was the area I no longer go to. I mean, the whole atmosphere, just that entire area is just very heavy. And I mean, from the moment you set foot up there, I mean, you feel like you're being watched, and you are.
oh, yeah. Yeah, when you feel that way, you are being watched.
Right. And the first time I went up there, I kind of clued in on it, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do things a little differently and hope I walk out of here. So I deliberately walked down in the canyons so that they can have the ridges, the high ground.
Yeah.
And as I'm down in the canyon, I could hear them thump, 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 thump. I mean, we're talking like something big and soft with a lot of power hitting the ground, that kind of thump.
Hey, Pappy.
I've been growled at several times, and yeah, that area is just nerve wracking in general. I mean, my new area where I go now and northern Idaho, I don't get that feeling at all. At all, ever. The ones in northern Idaho and stuff, I mean, they seem almost playful and curious.
Yeah.
And the ones up here, I mean, we are their entertainment. They come right up to the bush line, to these hollowed out bushes, and they watch hundreds of people daily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're used to seeing us, they're just not used to somebody going that far into where they are.
Yeah.
So to have me kind of just like pop in and go, hey, I'm here, but I don't get the feeling in that area at all. I think they're used to seeing us. They know we're here.
Yeah.
And we're not going anywhere. So,
yeah. I think that's a good thing too. Once they get used to you,
that's what I'm going to start working on next.
Yeah.
When I get back up there, is I'm actually just going to go a little bit in. I'm going to find a good spot to sit.
Yep.
And I'm just going to sit there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit there.
Yeah. I have a video. I was videotaping me and Oscar. We were just laying in the hammock right off the side of the service road. That's what we usually do anyway. When we want to just go out and just be quiet, I just string up a hammock, lay there, and I'm sitting next to the ravine going down into the flood zone, and on my right was the service road, and then my left is a drop off, and I'm just sitting there, just swinging. I can look down the service road and look down the ravine and just sit and just hang out. And Oscar would be sleeping like this, and I'd be just laying there and just hanging out and listening. And that's what we do when we go out to just kind of see what would happen. But it's totally different from the time that when I first started doing that to compared to what it's like now, because they know I'm there. but but it seems like now they move more. No one, even though I'm there, the kids are moving a lot more. Like when Oscar was around the corner and I calling for him and he run, then I heard something running up the hill, and it wasn't no deer, that's for sure. And I was like, whoa, was he after him? you know, but then the mom would like move from one spot to another besides the part that where she walked right in front of me, but behind the bushes, the one that really scared me, but then after that, she would move in another spot. And then, now I'm getting used to that part of it, because now I know she's up there, jacking around. But
Right.
but if they wanted me dead, I would have been dead already. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah. I
wouldn't
mean,
affect me like it used to.
I'll say that all day long. I mean, if they wanted us dead, we'd be dead by now.
Yeah,
A,
yeah,
a lot of us that do this on YouTube would not walk out of the woods. I'll tell you that right now if they were that. I mean, it all depends on how you go in there. If you go in there playing stupid games, I mean, it's obviously you're going to get stupid prizes.
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, uh, uh Pappy Two Bears, want to say hello to you. Chris Marola says, go camping SoCal. I would love to go camping up there. Unfortunately, there is absolutely no overnight camping up there, but I can go and just walk around all night. And I do have a FLIR, so I can post up on a little mountain with my FLIR in that general area and see what we get because it does take pictures. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, no camping up there. Unfortunately, it'd be cool, but can't do it. And but I do plan on going up at night sometime. Um, I'll probably end up just staying on the service road and using the FLIR. And I also do have night vision also. So let's see. And Parkway. Compare the differences between Idaho and SoCal physically. I mean, it's like apples and oranges, man. You really can't compare them. They're so diverse. Um, Obviously, northern Idaho is there's a lot of you know standing trees, pine trees, hundreds of feet tall, and where I'm at in SoCal, it's just a lot of big bushes, a lot of big bushes with some scrub oak and some black oak trees sporadically, but um, I don't know exactly how to compare the two, but they are definitely different in diverse ecosystems unto themselves. So basically, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. They are where they want to be. They are everywhere and anywhere they want to be. So, you know, that's pretty much what it comes down to. So wherever they want to be, that's where they're going to be. So, um, Parkway is asking, do you think the ones up there are larger? Um, I really can't make that determination yet because I've only seen about this much of one. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I did up in northern Idaho. I did see a full body, and its eyes were at 8 feet. That's where its eyes were. So you figure that that being was probably 8.5 feet tall, and where I saw the shoulders on each side of the two trees, uh, I estimated that to be about 4 feet, 4.5 feet wide. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very big one, well, for me, big, but but I think the ones down here might be a little more on the slender and more athletic, agile side. So
Yeah, it might have. Legally, might have come looking for you.
yeah, yeah.
You never know. You've probably been looked at by a lot of them. You don't even know it.
You're absolutely right. I
Never know.
don't doubt it one bit. I don't doubt it one bit. Rachel's asking me, have you found any tracks there?
Uh-oh. Rose up. You look, you're all froze up. Can you guys hear him or no? He froze up for me. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, cut that.
So just some impressions.
Just me. Is this a bad thing now, Rachel, or is this a good thing? Just you, Lewis. I go. Can you guys see him? Can you guys see him or hear him? He said,
You know what?
just you.
I think you have a much better soil type for footprints than I have in my area.
Me?
Because my area is a lot of clay and a lot of broken shale.
Mm.
And you have more of a dirt composition. You know what I mean?
I have sand and a lot of
right.
Sand is pretty good, but it's not good for casting. But the leaves is okay, I guess. I mean, I got lucky with that cast that I have now, and that was in leaves, But yeah, sometimes it's okay, but a lot of times it's not. But I don't know.
Yeah. So
you guys need to check out Gypsy Child. She has some pretty good videos. She's a camera girl. She's got some pretty cool photos and video. She'd be a perfect candidate to be out there. If she saw one, she'd have a lot of cameras to be doing it with. Pretty good cameras to do it with too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter has an old Canon, like 870 or something like that, one of those big telephoto lens things and stuff, and she offered to give it to me, and I'm like, I don't think I want to be going out in the areas I go into with an expensive piece of equipment like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that would be awesome, because then I could just zoom in really close and get awesome pictures and stuff. But
yeah,
I'm already carrying a 35-pound backpack, and wearing big boots and snake gaiters and all this other stuff. And,
we need to do a fundraiser for Parkway. He needs a new camera.
Well, he's using his cell phone.
Yeah, but there's something wrong with the thing though, because when he moves, it like kind of
it pixelates. Yeah, I think he might just need to lower the resolution on his phone.
Yeah, because it's like
it's
hard to
because he actually posted video today, and that's what I did on my my iPad. I lowered the resolution step by step.
Yeah,
and it did get better. So I think he might actually be filming in 4K.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
You
hear that, Parkway?
So
change up.
But I mean, hey, you know what? I mean, he's out there. He's getting it done.
He's got some good stuff.
It's just as long as he's slow with the movements, it comes in good. Yeah. It's when he's moving or walking.
That's nice.
You get a lot of that motion blur. But I mean, he's out there. He's doing it on some incredible structures. some Colorado-sized structures.
Yeah, those are pretty big. I mean, I would probably have better footage if I strapped the camera to my foot and started running through the forest. I would have better footage doing that because my freaking footage sucks. It's horrible.
Well, you know, it's a
sorry,
it's a learn by doing kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I got a lot of stuff from their videos. My old phone and stuff would do that too, get the motion blur thing going on if I move too fast.
Yeah.
But you know, fortunately with this new phone, it's got this setting called AI cam. That when it's in motion, it actually automatically adjusts everything as it's going.
Right.
So you don't get so much of that and stuff, and it does all kinds of crazy stuff on its own. So that's generally what I'm filming with. If I'm sitting still, it'll adjust itself to the higher resolution, and as I'm moving, it automatically adjusts itself to lower resolutions and stuff like that. So it does, and plus it's a 16 megapixel camera instead of the old, 9 or 10, whatever it was on my old phone. So
like a 3.
Yeah, and apparently the microphone on this is 10 times better than the last version. So
I do that. My drone has 1080p, but the program I use to add all my music and everything to it, and I can cut up all my stuff and fit in different things. Then when I'm done, it lowers my resolution, and I'm like, gosh, I want that higher quality to put on YouTube, but that program doesn't allow that to happen.
Right.
Like,
right. It automatically lowers. Automatically lowers the resolution for uploading.
Yeah, I'm like, man. Because you buy that for that reason, and it is a good drone that's meant for that. But then you want it to be like really good quality. But you see some other people's videos on YouTube, and their drone footage is amazing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, my drone was not cheap, you know. So it's like, you know, why can't I do that? You know,
well, I think a lot of it has to do with probably hardware and software programs within your computer, not the drone.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The drone's filming in 4K. It's just your computer's not set up for 4K media.
Oh, probably, yeah.
But I mean, that would require new video cards and new audio cards and all kinds of internal hardware. And then once you do that, then you got to get into the software to run those hardware. And it just gets expensive. At that point, you may as well just go buy a new computer. That'll do all that already, you know?
Yeah. Well, John on here is the one that taught me how to build a computer, so I can build it.
Oh, cool. Cool. There you go. You just got to figure out what video card and sound card you need and programs that'll work.
Ken got 1080p, 60 per second.
Yeah, that's what my phone basically records in, is 1080, 60 FPS.
Yeah.
But when I'm in AI cam, it'll actually adjust depending on the motion of the camera or the lighting and everything. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to get a pretty good camera that has better zoom. You know, like, you know, I have a camera, but it has night vision on it and all that stuff. But the zoom is stupid. I mean, it's almost retarded. I don't like it.
It's really the only reason I was even considering taking my daughter's camera was the zoom. It was like 30 times optical zoom. Yeah. And I think mine is only like 8 on my phone. So
yeah, mine is horrible. But maybe I can talk to you, Ken King, and see what kind of cameras you got. See if I can. I like the zooms that he has on his, or even Gypsy Child. She's got a good camera too.
Right.
Right.
I don't
know. I need something better than what I have because it's horrible. Even the pixelation, when you zoom in, it's not very good. You know,
Right.
I don't even
Right.
take it out much
Yeah.
anymore. My cell phone's even
Yeah.
better than that
Yeah.
camera now. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It's like I got this old Sony CyberShot digital camera, and it's kind of funny and stuff. When it's in video mode,
Yeah.
you can't even zoom. It just cuts that right off. Nope, can't do it. No, we're not that fancy. So I take it with me only because it works.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
in case I need an extra backup camera or something like that. But I've actually been thinking about using that camera as like on my backpack facing backwards.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about that. It's not the best quality, but you know,
Yeah. Huh. And you
yeah,
know, that is true because you can select also like you can do it individually. Like if you're watching a video, you can also upgrade, I guess, select the upper better pixelation, I guess. Right. But
right,
when you
right.
upload, they don't give you that option. It just gives you whatever you get.
Well,
Right.
yeah, especially if you have it set on auto.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
have it set on auto, it'll automatically go to the highest resolution. You got to go to the manual camera and change all that and run the manual camera. So
See, his got 32 zoom.
yeah, 32 times.
And what kind of camera is it? Does he have? What kind of camera does he have? A Canon or something? Or
So I think it's a Canon. I don't know what model.
I'm gonna get one. What? Oscar's like,
Yeah,
okay, you're not taking me out there.
you know, I'm really kind of on the fence, about getting a new camera.
Yeah,
Because it's just so easy just to do the video with my phone,
it is. Yeah,
add a title to it, and upload it raw.
yeah,
You know,
mhm,
I- I'm not. I mean, like I said, me and computers are like oil and water.
yeah.
Then I gotta upload the video to the laptop and then do all this other stuff and then
Well,
transfer it over to YouTube and
I do it that I cut them up and I edit them a lot, only because I talk a lot. And sometimes I just go off in the left field or right field, whatever it is, and I sound goofy. So I would cut that part out, add music, let it run along, and then when I start talking, normal, then I'll start taking the music out, and then I'll talk because I'm like in my head, I'm like tripping out because all these things are you know, the Bigfoots are like leaving footprints and all this stuff, and it's amazing, and I start going, oh my gosh, now I cut all that out because it's almost like you found your first footprint every time for the first time, because it's so
yeah,
amazing, and it's
it
like
is.
I start sounding idiotish, so I cut that out. And when I watch a video that I've just made and I feel embarrassed for myself, cut it out. Yeah.
You know, you're right. I mean, every footprint you find, it's like finding it for the first time.
Yeah, it
Every
is, man.
structure you find, it's like finding it for the first
Yeah,
time.
it's amazing.
And it is, I mean, it's cool that it can keep, you know, being the first every time for you,
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times with repetitive stuff, you just get desensitized to it. And you're like, oh, another footprint, no big deal. Let's keep going. It's
Oh
like,
man,
whoa, dude,
it's amazing.
look at the footprint.
Yeah, it's just
So,
like that Bigfoot outline when I'm on the bridge. I cut that whole part out because I sound like an idiot. Because what happened was before that, I had my recorder there and I parked about a half a mile down the road and I set my drone and then all these things happened. All my drone died and then my phone died. My camcorder was dying when I was filming that spot. And I looked at my camcorder and it's almost dead. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm tripping out because I'm looking at something that's huge. And then I even went back and took pictures of myself out there laying on that, and I'm only half the height of that shape down there, and that blew me away, you know. And that's when I heard the baby one moved my recorder, you know, and I sounded so stupid on the bridge, so I just cut it all out and I added music and I just typed in Bigfoot outline. I mean, I had the original just in case somebody wants to hear it, but it's I sound like a weirdo. So, yeah.
You know, Pappy over here's got a comment and stuff. My videos are like me, unedited and unfiltered. And you know, that's another reason why I don't want to get a camera.
Yeah.
Because everything I do goes from life to my phone right to YouTube. Unedited, untouched, unfiltered.
Yeah.
That way, if there is something in it, there's no way anybody can come back and say, "Oh, you faked that. You edited it. You did this. You did that." No, I didn't.
Yeah, I keep
You know
my
what I mean?
original, you know, but
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to put it out if I don't have to. You know, a lot of groups do ask for that. They say don't put in anything edited. If you do, then you know put the original with it. You know,
Right.
you know
Right.
it, but you know, still it doesn't mean that it's going to be true or false, even if it's edited or not. You know, you put the
Right.
original, just like the Patterson film. You know, it's not edited, but I mean, maybe it is. I mean, it's just shut off and then restarted because they didn't have a lot of film. But still, nobody believes it. You know, well, people that you know closed-minded people don't believe in it. Of course, we believe in it,
Right.
but still, you know, people are still going to have their doubts, edited or not. You know, so
So Matt Nivens over here saying new cameras connect wirelessly to your phone nowadays, bypass computer.
yeah.
But that would be great, Matt. Are you buying one for me? Because I ain't got that kind of cash for that technology, brother. So we're Bigfooters on a budget here.
I'll
So
send you his address on Gmail.
there you go. There you go. Yeah. I
It's
mean,
right there.
we
Hotmail.
do accept donations. So
Yeah.
if you're willing to donate to the cause, then we're all for it. But I mean, it is what it is, brother. So you know, we make do with what we got, and we try and do the best we can with it. So
Yeah.
you know, but
When is Cryptid coming on? What day do you know?
Sunday,
Sunday. Next
this
Sunday.
coming Sunday, this coming Sunday, not today, but yeah, this coming Sunday. And then after that Sunday, after Cryptid, we got Squatch Team.
Squatch Team. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
See, I got up on Cryptid's 559's video has already been posting on there, but even before his interview. Been posting that stuff.
Good.
It looks like he has Dogman on his video, the one I just put in there. Looks like he has Dogman in the tree.
There's been a lot of Dogman stuff going around lately, man.
Yeah.
So.
And even Ken King's had was that a real one, Ken? That picture you showed me? Is that a real one, or is that something you added in there, or what is that? There was a Bigfoot on his front thumbnail in the trees.
Oh.
I didn't understand. He sent me a text message and saying there's a Bigfoot in there. I'm like, good grief, it is huge.
Yeah, they've been known to be quite big. That's for sure. They're definitely known to be quite big.
Yeah.
I
wasn't sure if he added that in there, if that was really one.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the stuff he does, I think he just pulls off the internet, but I know for a fact that a couple of those pictures on his intro are definitely legit.
Well, it is a picture of his area, and Rachel's there next to him, right? You can see her on the left, and then she's looking that way, and you can see there's in between the trees, there's something standing there. Well, I'm gonna have to like put that up there. What? Let me see.
Yeah.
I'll put it up real quick. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Man. Let me see.
I mean, Ken and Rachel, I mean, they've got some incredible stuff. I mean, that'll make your head spin. I mean, by the time you've absorbed what they just gave you, they're already putting out another one that I mean, your head never stops spinning with them. You know what I mean?
I know. But I can't put it up. Let's see. What the heck?
Canine, Ken saying it was a canine type creature, wasn't black. So, Ken, did it look like did it have like gray wolf kind of coloring, or you know?
Huh.
Pappy's wondering if Dogman marks his territory like his pit bull.
I don't know. Could be.
Could be. Yeah, could be. I know. I went pee up in an area and stuff and got growled at. So they didn't like that, but I wasn't going to make it back to the car, so I had to let it go. You know. And, sorry, guys. Sorry. This has got to happen. I'm sorry. Then I'm out of here. So.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to try to put it up and see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to do this really, but I'm going to see. Okay, you guys can see everything now? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's in. No, not there. You guys see that one? Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's right there. You guys see it or
no? Yeah.
It looks like she's like, I don't see you, but there you are.
Yeah.
Big, huge.
Yeah, and you could tell that's just not natural because you see a smaller tree coming up right between them that gets blocked out by
it's right
whatever's in front of it.
Yeah.
That's probably scary. Junior.
That's scary, dude.
That's probably Junior.
Yeah.
So, you know. Yeah. Yep.
I want something like that.
Well, you still got the picture of mine in the bush?
I think so. Let me go look at it, see, make sure.
I know I sent that to you a while ago, huh?
Yeah, but it's still, I think I have it. Why do I have that at in here?
I'll have to send you more too, because it's kind of funny and stuff. I caught one where I think it knew I was looking at it, but it just balled up. It just balled up into a little ball in this bush, but its whole back was sticking up. It was like a child hiding with his feet out from under the bed, you know?
Yeah.
It was funny, you know? And then I have one laying down on its side looking at me through a bunch of foliage. I'll have to send you those too.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it right now. I put it somewhere. I got so many pictures in here, it's insane.
Free up a little bit. Keep from giving us those portals, you know. But it is what it is for the time being, you know what I mean? With everybody home, everyone's on the internet.
That'd be trippy to see a portal. That would be really trippy.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ken's saying that's a legitimate picture, no editing.
That's cool right there.
So, yeah. That's Ken, do you think that's Junior standing back there?
Well, they don't look like a junior to me. I tell you that much, man.
That could have been Big Daddy too. So,
Yeah,
you know,
huge. That's true, huh? Could be.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it in here right now. Maybe it's under downloads. I'm checking there.
Maybe. Yeah, did I think I did text it. I think I texted it to you. I don't think I sent it to you on email.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Let me just minimize it a little bit so I can. All right. Get that out of the way. Oops. Okay, hold on. Go back where you guys are at. Turn that off.
Ken's saying that was Big Daddy in the background there. So.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Right here. I don't know if I gotta make it bigger here. Can you guys see that at all, or is that it? You guys see that? I don't know. Can you guys? Was you guys able to see that? All right. There's some lips. Nose. I think that's the lips. Right. There's a big old lips, man. Did we lose Kevin?
Got it on the internet, just killed it. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah. You see his big old lips and the bottom of his nose.
Right there. His nostril right there.
Yeah. Nostrils, his eyes are behind foliage.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in my new area, man. It's this.
That's scary right there. You can see that's probably his eyeballs looking right over at you without looking at you. Oof.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I where this individual was standing, I'm standing on level ground. It slopes down right where that bush is. I estimate him to be at least 8 feet.
That's scary, dude.
You know what? I don't know what it is, man, but I feel more comfortable around the Bigfoot than I do around humans.
Huh.
You know? I don't know what it is. I mean, but yeah, that was up in my new area, man. And that's actually the spot I'm gonna go walk into a little bit and sit. That was the area I got growled at, and
no,
so
that's scary right there.
No,
I don't know what I would do. Shoot.
Yeah, actually, Parkway. When I posted that video, he went through that entire video for I think 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and from where I got growled at, he tracked it all the way back through the bushes, right up until the point it stood up. And that was when I did my growl impression. You can actually see it duck down and then slowly come up. And I've actually gotten a lot of comments on that saying the camera moves. That's why it looks like it ducks. But if you look, yeah, the camera does move, but not nearly enough to justify something moving literally 2.5 feet and slowly coming up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the camera may have moved a little bit, but I mean, I would have had to really move that camera, and that would have been noticeable. And it doesn't move nearly as much as it needed to get that thing. But
are you on the cell phone, Matt? Is that why you couldn't see the Bigfoot?
Well, Matt, you can always email me, and I will send you the picture. I will send you the original. I actually do have a lightened or an enhanced version where his face really does stand out a lot more. So,
Ken's all, what is scary about it? He's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about naming that one Willie. He just looks like a Willie to me. I don't know
Man.
why, but he just looks like a Willie. So, you know, I'm gonna name him Willie. Hey, he looks chill, man. He's just
Yeah.
like, hey, what's up? He's just
Well,
like, what's up? What's going on out there? You
it
know?
blows me away how
So
close he is to a trail. He's sitting there watching people.
60 to 75 feet.
Yeah.
Watching hundreds of people go by daily, dude, and there's never been an incident. Not with
Crazy.
dogs, not with people, nothing. So yeah, they're just chilling. You know, they found a good spot until I showed up. Until I showed up and went, found you.
Yep.
You know, now, you know, but I'm gonna change up some things when I go out there. Some of the ways I do some stuff. I think I'm just gonna go. I've always been kind of against gifting food.
Yeah.
But I think next time I go out there, I'm gonna take some peanut butter and some apples and some stuff like that.
Yeah.
And do that along with some pretty colorful rocks or whatever. You know, just sit there and let them come in and check me out. You know, on their own accord.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't want to go too far in because I don't want to, you know, get into an area I shouldn't be in, like I did at that last area. Lost a 360 game cam. So, you know, but, yeah, you know, Parkway's gone through that video. I mean, left to right, right to left, up to down, and he's saying, yeah, and there's a small one over its right shoulder. And you know, I definitely think at that time I got growled at, there was 3 other individuals aside from the one that growled at me in within a 20-foot radius of me, left or right. So, I mean, I've literally been surrounded by them and didn't even know it. So, but I mean, at no time did I ever get that uneasy feeling like my life was in danger or anything like that, you know. But it was the growl. If that one had not growled at me, I'd still be looking for him out there. It was that growl. I mean, I've been growled at so many freaking times. And once you hear it after about 3 times, it just becomes just part of your brain. And it's just like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
And I heard that and I went, okay, it's on now because you just gave it up. So, you know, it was, yeah, the area is pretty cool, man. You're going to have to come up here sometime. I'll take you up there.
That'd be cool.
You know,
that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt saying I can only see a tree in that picture. And you know what's funny and stuff, because I mean I sent it to you and you went, holy crap, yikes. You immediately saw it.
Yeah.
I've sent it to Ken and he immediately saw it. I've showed it to other people. They've immediately saw it and went, you've got to be kidding me. And then there's some people who don't want to believe and they don't see it and they look at it and go, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
You know? So it just, I mean, once you know what to look for, you know, they stand out like freaking neon signs.
Yeah.
You know, just like their structures, once you know what to look for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like Rachel was saying, you have to be consistent, you know.
Yeah.
Things have to be consistent.
And, that's what I'm going to start doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I do the same thing. And
Chris is saying if you want to make friends, you should bring peanut butter. And again, that's also on my list.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and people have like done like, you know, showed them how to open it, put it on, close it. That's what what's her name, Barb and Gabby, they do that.
Right.
You know, show them.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah, I was gonna go out and unscrew the top, do this, and then make very exaggerated hand motions.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna set the jar down with an apple on top of it.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, but
So
put it high enough because I found out what I did when I was out there, I would find a tree and then when I was working at the hospital, they got rid of a lot of apples and stuff. So I would take the apples home because I didn't want to throw them away. So I would take them and I would tie a string to them and tie them onto the tree, so it make it look like an apple tree. And then when I put my trail camera up, well, I seen a lot of deer coming around, and so make sure those apples are up high because those deer do smell it and they come around. And every time I put apples out, those deer are out there. Even the foxes, they eat apples,
mhm.
and
Oh yeah.
the possums eat them
Oh,
because
possums are garbage disposals, dude. They eat
yeah,
anything they can get their mouth on.
yeah. So put them up somewhere so nothing gets to them. What do it like Barb and Gabby did? They put it in a basket, tie a
Right,
rope, string it
right,
up, and then put something on top like an old pie plastic.
right. Pie tin or something.
So
Yeah,
that they don't climb down and or land on it and grab it.
right.
Like crows will try to get to it. You know,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
easy up.
So that's what I'm gonna start doing once I can get back up there. Is just being more consistent.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go right to one area. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm gonna bring gifts. I'm gonna put those in the same area all the
yeah,
time. You know, and
yeah,
so I'm just gonna start being more consistent. And I might not be using my camera as much.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
At least for a while until you find out how
right,
and get
right.
into it. Maybe you can just get a Tupperware and then put everything in that. Maybe they'll open
Yeah,
that up. You
right,
know.
right, right. Yeah. I mean, there's ways of doing it and stuff to where it would be easy for them to figure out how to do it because they have opposable thumbs.
Yeah, what you can do is just get a log that's laying down, and then get a piece of metal or something that has a hole in it. Put it inside your Tupperware. Screw the Tupperware to the board. Put the stuff in it and put the lid on it, so nobody can
Right.
pick it up the thing. If it was, if they can rip it off, then
Yeah.
it's them.
Right.
Or they can just go take the lid off
Right.
because
So
they can.
yeah. Yeah. They'll just, I mean, they could probably do that very easily. Even if I put a big lag bolt with a washer, I mean, they'll just rip the whole thing right off.
Yeah,
So,
but like Ken said, he said he put all this stuff out. 3 gifting trees, I think he said. Then in 2 hours or so, it comes back and all the gifting trees are empty. Well,
oh,
that's not a raccoon, because that's a lot of food. 3 trees, and they already
right.
took it all.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. He texted me one night and stuff. He said he was, they went out there about 6 o'clock and did the gifting trees, and then
Yeah.
went out, got a burger, ate in the truck, came back about 8 o'clock, and everything was already cleaned out.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were watching them put the stuff out there,
Yeah.
and
They have to wait.
as soon as they turned their backs, that stuff was probably gone.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. As soon as they left, they knew when they're gone.
Oh
Well,
yeah. I
and
mean,
Junior's getting it before Big Daddy gets it.
oh, you know what? I think maybe Big Daddy gets his choice of what he wants first,
Probably if he's there in time.
if he's there in time. But I think they're all watching him put
Yeah,
the
I think
stuff in
so.
the trees. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, it's they've got some great stuff out there, and their relationship with them is definitely getting better and better
Yeah, it's
every
pretty
week.
cool. I'm jealous.
So yeah,
I am.
well, you got to have your sighting first before you can
Oh, no
make
way.
friends with them.
Mm-mm.
No, no sighting for you.
Ew.
You're cool.
Dude, I'll be if we're out there, I'm gonna bury my face in your back while we're going walking.
Dude, I mean, I mean, that picture you brought up. I mean, Bronzini Bigfoot found that in my video and
That's really
sent
cool.
it to me. And I was like, he texted it to me, and I mean, my jaw dropped, and I said, "That's a cool pic. Where'd you get that?" And he's all, "Your video." I said, "You're joking, right? Don't mess with me. Don't F with me."
Yeah.
He's all, "No, it's your video." And then he sent me the entire screenshot of where he was. So the whole panoramic view.
Right.
And he's like, "This is your video." And he's right there. And I mean, I was just like, "Dude, you gotta be kidding me."
Yeah.
I mean, I was 15 feet from that guy at that time, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, Lewis, dude, don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. You know it as well as I do. If they wanted us dead, we'd be dead.
All right, Grandma Rachel.
No, I don't think you want to be calling her grandma.
Hey, Pappy did. Gonna be
Oh,
watching
well.
Cougar Kids.
Yeah, you know, I think when they show themselves to us, it's an honor.
Yeah.
You know, I think they could definitely sense the type of person you are.
Yeah.
And I think they could, you know, how people can kind of read other people.
Yeah.
They could definitely read us, and they'll show themselves when you're ready to be shown.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what happened with that one when it was walking and it was going to come down and come out. I think it sensed that I wasn't ready.
oh, was that your the Bigfoot's making his way to me video?
Yeah. I think it knew because I felt like it was a nightmare when I figured out it wasn't a deer. And I was like, this is not happening. It's not happening right now.
Right, right.
Gosh. And it was like, wait a minute, that's on 2 feet. And then it walked over here and I was like, and then it slowed down and then stopped after I yelled, but it could have just came right out. But it didn't.
Yeah. And I don't know if you're watching the chat right now. Don't listen to a single word Ken says. It's just rub down pheromones and bacon grease and stand still. No
way.
No. You can listen to Rachel, but I don't know if you want to trust Ken King's.
That is probably what what's his man? I always forget his name all the time in here. Parkway.
Parkway.
Parkway and tie him to the tree.
Yeah. But yeah, I think definitely they choose when or if they would ever show themselves to you. I think they could definitely read people.
Yeah.
And they're going to give you what you're ready for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when I go out there and stuff, they know I'm ready. I mean, I literally want one of them to walk out right in front of me.
Good night.
And just stand there.
Oh, I'm not going with you until you're done seeing your sighting.
You know, and I think they know that. You know what I mean? And I think once I start doing my different way of doing things, they're going to start testing me.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably start growling a lot more and seeing how I react, and I'm just going to sit there.
I'm thinking maybe I wouldn't mind seeing a baby one right now. I wouldn't mind that. Maybe that'll be like a icebreaker, you know, just to see what it looks like before it gets big and ugly. You know?
Well, I mean, Willie, I think he's a handsome feller.
There's 2 of them up there, so what's the difference, you know?
You know?
I do have eyeshine, but
you know, Parkway's over here and says, "Would you stare it in the eyes?"
Well, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have any choice, you know.
I would thing. Exactly. I would probably start at its feet and work my way up. Just so that it's not so threatening, you know. I'm just kind of taking in all of it from the bottom up, and it can see me moving up. That okay, eventually he's going to meet my eyes, and he can prepare for it also. And then I think I would, and I think I would probably put my hand out, as for a handshake.
Good night. All right, John. See you later. Yeah.
All right. Good night, John. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I mean, now that I know where they are, I go out there, and it's a little uneasy in the beginning, but then it all just goes away.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just want them to I want to teach them how to play poker.
What is this skunk covered? What in the heck?
Pappy's over here says, Kevin, how do you know it's a growl? Maybe they are singing to you.
Hey.
You're absolutely right. We don't know what the growls mean. They could be saying, welcome. Yeah. Come on in. I don't know.
That's good.
You know what I mean? You're right. That's just, or they could be saying, you come any closer, I'm going to rip your head off. Good we don't know. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, Chris. It is one thing to say it, but it's a life changer to experience it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. From the moment I saw my first visual in northern Idaho, it just, I became obsessed with it. And it changes everybody's lives in different ways. But for me, it made me want to get deeper into it and get closer to them and learn a lot more about them. So yeah, it is. I actually stated that in one of my very early videos on my channel, how it has consumed me, I think is how I put it. So Rachel, some of our growls are actually greetings now, not the same as when we started. See?
Huh.
They go out, all the time to the same area. They know what the growl sounded like in the beginning compared to what they sound like now. So you're right. I definitely think that first growl I heard in my new area. Now, I mean, you got to remember, I walked around a bush and I basically jumped it. And it growled at me and it ran away. So that leads me to think that I scared it. You know what I mean? But it didn't run completely away. It only ran about 60 feet and it stood up. So at the same time it was scared, it was also curious because it stood up and it looked at me. It watched me from the bushes off in the distance. So you're right. Maybe the next time I get growled at might be a greeting,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Chris Marola, definitely an addiction. It's the best drug on the frickin' planet, let me tell you. And it's free for the most part, It
is addiction, though. And what happened like 10 years ago is just like it happened last week.
Yeah. When you have an experience,
yeah,
it's like a video you could just play over and over in your head.
Yeah.
It don't go away.
No.
So, yeah, Chris is over here. I have looked into its eyes and you'll know it's not from here.
Yeah.
It's
right there.
I mean, again, we don't. People, I've heard people say theories that they're hybrids of us. They're hybrids of us. Well, when you look at them, they look like very ancient beings.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are hybrids of them.
And they're tall.
You know what I mean? So I definitely think they've been around just as long as humans have, back in Neanderthal days and stuff like that, where humans have evolved, but they had no need to evolve.
Yeah.
They still doing the same things they do today that they did back then.
Yeah.
So, I just a lot of theories out there, and I'm not gonna
Never know. You never know.
dispose of any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta file it away, and when you have that experience, you can pluck that file out and go, well, now that makes sense if I go by this. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I believe we're wearing their gene pool too. Rachel, I think is the same.
Yeah.
Gotta be in some way. You know what I mean? I mean, we're basically almost look the same. It's just, I mean, some of us are just as hairy as they are, but we were wearing clothes over it.
Right.
No, I'm not, but I can't even grow hair under my armpits. I mean, so I know I'm not squatchy.
and you know what? Maybe the beard has a lot to do with them coming around me. Maybe they're a bit confused. I kind of look like them, but I kind of don't. I kind of look like a human, but I kind of don't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're wondering, what is this thing? Let's go check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It could be. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that.
So.
Man, I can't believe nobody wanted to get on here with us.
Well, we ask the hard questions. So.
Oh, man.
Joking. We're not here to ask hard questions. We're here to share everybody else's evidence and share our own experiences and bring people together as one big team.
That's right.
Because it's the only way any of this is going to move forward is if we all just quit the crap and start working together.
That's right.
So,
Yep. Hey.
Yeah, Rachel's got a good comment. They understand us better than we understand ourselves. And I think they do. I mean, the ones in my area are sitting there watching people all day long. I'm sure they figured out quite a few things just by doing that. So.
Yeah, I think Ken's been seeing me out there in the woods or something.
Well, he's right though. It's got to be great being one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No worries in the world.
I just have to get food. That's about it. The only thing we really have to go catch, but that's easy for them.
Yeah.
Because
I mean.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost been 2 hours already. Wow.
I know. Where'd the time go, man? Time flies when you're talking Sasquatch, huh?
Pretty get dark where you're at, dude. I'm ready to see you now.
Yeah. And here's a different perspective from Chris Marola. It's not what they look like, it's what they can do. And that is an issue. Yeah, they are big. They are massive. They are heavy, and they could probably squish our heads like grapes.
And they're ugly.
Well, I don't know. I'll see that's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think they are these maleficent, mean, gonna kill you if you come out in the woods beings. Again, like we said, if they wanted us dead, we'd be dead.
Right.
No one would ever find us.
Nope.
And I think like I said, if you go out there with the respect for them, for nature, I mean, you guys got to remember, you're going into their house.
Yeah.
You're going into their house uninvited. And if you do something stupid, they're going to react. you would react if I came into your house and just started doing stupid stuff too.
Yeah.
It's a natural reaction.
Yep.
So as long as you go out there with the respect for them and their nature in their home, I think everybody's going to be all right. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
So
True.
let's see here. Yeah. So they're having quite the conversation over here.
Having a little debate there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Just And that's that's what I know. That's what Ken and Rachel do. They do definitely think outside the box. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, Audie, let's go, buddy.
And Chris just said that people have to think outside the box.
That's right. Yeah, I believe.
And Chris is saying, they're not from here, and that could very well be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think of this scenario. I mean, this is just me being creative. They're on another planet.
Mm-hmm.
Their planet's being invaded by a hostile alien being, killing them, and other nicer aliens are coming, snatching them off of their planet and depositing them here. So maybe their nature is peaceful. You know what I mean? So, like you said, you got to think out the box. What if that is it? Because there's been several theories out there. When you see a UFO, generally you'll see a Sasquatch afterwards. So maybe there is a tie-in like that. Maybe their home planet is being invaded by some other alien being that means them harm.
Yeah, Ken burnt the box, so he lives outside the box now. And Rachel.
Oh yeah. There is no more box for Ken and Rachel anymore. So they're just out there.
I gotta adapt myself to thinking that way too, myself. Seriously.
Right. Yeah.
Because you can only go so far if you don't think outside the box. You're really kind of stuck.
Yeah. You're gonna put up your own roadblocks.
Yeah, just keep doing the same cycle and waiting for something new that you're not going to recognize because you aren't thinking outside the box anymore, or haven't ever.
Chris is over here and stuff. Says, here's my story on Sasquatch Chronicle. It's number 506. He got a lot of criticism for what he believes.
Well,
but see that's the whole point of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Is we're not here to criticize.
No.
Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own beliefs. And guess what? At the end of the day, it's all just theory. Mine, Lewis's, Rachel's, Parkway, Ken's, John, it's all just theory at the end of the day. And we just need to respect that.
Yeah.
We need to respect people's beliefs. We need to respect people's theories, but at the same time, not dismiss them.
Yeah.
Because they could be right.
Yeah. You never know.
Someday the information might come forward and prove this particular person right.
That's right.
So, like I said, we got to work together to get all this done. Otherwise, we're all just roadblocking each other.
Yeah. Yep. Just to broaden people's minds is what we're trying to do. Is collect every evidence we can get.
Yep.
Maybe they'll see the light. Because maybe we can all be right. Who knows?
And maybe someday you'll get to see your Bigfoot. you know what? You know what's going to happen?
I'm going to die a heart attack.
Is you're going to go out there. You're going to go out on your electric bike with Oscar there in the basket. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna be flying down that trail.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen so fast, you're not gonna have any choice but to see it.
I might crash and die.
It's you're gonna be flying, and it's just gonna go clunk, clunk, clunk right across that service road.
Now that
And
might,
it'll look at you as it does it, because it knows
no,
it knows that you don't want to see it.
you ruined
So
the story already. I just wanted to walk by, not recognize me.
Oh, it'll recognize you.
Oh my gosh.
So that, I mean, like I said, they can read people,
Yeah.
and I mean, you've been out there enough that they've got. I'm pretty sure they've got you pegged.
Oh yeah, they got me known. Yeah. Plus,
You know,
I know they're there, and I do certain things to let them know that I know that they're there and doing certain things. So yeah, we kind of talk, I guess. I mean, we actually really have talked before on the bridge, but I didn't know what they're saying, and I'm sure I didn't know what I was saying either. But yeah, they know I was there with my sister that one night.
oh yeah, yeah, and I believe your sister didn't believe in any of it too until she got sniffed.
Yeah, she didn't want to go back. She heard the rock throw, the sniff, the stick break, the grunt, the talking. She heard the monkey sound like, she said it sounded like monkeys.
Yeah,
And then it
yeah,
started talking to me for a little bit. And then, yeah, it was crazy, dude. I didn't know what
yeah,
the hell they were talking about, but yeah, I heard, yeah, it's cool.
yeah.
What, see, Rachel's doing it again. She
What's
only
that?
loves Chris. Huh, really?
Well,
Only you, Lewis, and then only loves Chris. Man, don't you feel left out?
well,
Okay.
we love everybody here,
Yeah.
man. We love everybody here. We respect everybody's opinions and everybody's theories and stuff like that. So, it ain't. We are not any better than you guys, and you guys are not any better than us. We're all equal, and we all have different experiences. We all have different theories, and we need to get it all out and work together. So,
Yeah, love and respect.
yeah,
Oh, I know.
much love and much respect.
I'm not like on the fruity side, but I kind of got a man crush on Ken.
A bromance, having a bromance. That's what that is. That's a bromance. You know, you know. Yeah. Ken's just,
Yeah, he's cool.
he's an old timer smartass. He reminds me a lot of my father-in-law, which I absolutely adore. So, me and him just kind of just hit it off really well. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he's cool.
he's got that gruff kind of humor that I enjoy to be around. So
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Okay, I'm eating your beef jerky. Okay. After I look at him like, are you still eating my beef jerky, dude?
yeah, yeah. Well, we're almost up on 2 hours, man. You want to call it?
Yay. I guess so.
I mean, I don't want to,
Get
but
started.
I mean, I've got family sitting inside waiting for me to go to dinner. So
Okay.
yeah, we're breaking some rules today and not wearing masks and not staying 6 feet apart. So
Yeah, I know. We're like only like what, like 4 inches apart, me and you.
I know,
That's horrible.
I know. Absolutely. I mean, we were any closer, we'd be kissing, but
Oh, I'm wrong, man.
yeah. So, with all that being said, I want to thank every single one of you that has joined us today.
Yeah.
I hope you're all being happy and healthy on this wonderful Easter holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't forget to hit the thumbs up for us, guys.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up and share this out to your friends. And next week we got Cryptid 559.
Yeah,
and his crew coming on.
Yeah, I might be heading over there tonight, John. So, then I'll help you move tomorrow.
Cool. Okay. All right. Yep. You're gonna be a busy person tomorrow.
Yeah. So. All right, guys.
Well, and with that being said, thank you all and happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Yep. We'll see you all next week. Same time, same day.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Did I say end it yet? Look at my eyeballs. Ooh. See you guys later.